Hi there, it's Roger Cox, and I'm coming to you tonight with another video. This is going to be a real quick one. I just had a couple things I wanted to talk to you a little bit about and get off my chest, and so it's probably going to be a short video, but I'm just going to kind of chat around the kitchen table. I'm sitting at my kitchen table here. We're just going to chat a little bit, and it's all about this concept of I can't afford it right now. And if you are someone who's thought about starting a business of some sort, you've probably have used that excuse. I'm going to call it an excuse because I'll tell you why I call it excuse in just a little bit. But you've probably used that rationale why you didn't start your business because you can't afford it right now. You'd really like to do it, but you just don't have the money for it right now. You just can't afford to do it. Or maybe if you already have a business, whether that's online marketing or whether that's online or just online marketing or network marketing, you've probably have talked to some of your potential recruits, and that was the reason that they gave you why they couldn't get started. Now they might have said, well, this looks really good. I can see how this might work, but I just can't afford it right now. And so I bet you've heard that excuse either as a business owner or someone who is thinking about being a business owner. So I just want to just spend a little bit of time and just kind of talk about that a little bit and maybe give you a different perspective of it. Maybe change the way you think about that just a little bit. Anytime you start a business, take a lawn mowing business, for example, something as simple as that, you are still going to have some overhead to start that business. If you don't have a lawnmower, you're going to need to invest in a lawnmower. And, a lawnmower, there's not a lot of money compared to the revenue that you can potentially bring in with that lawnmower. So it's considered an investment. You invest a little bit in the prospect, that you'll get a whole lot back. So with a lawn mowing business, you're going to have a lawnmower. You have to have gas for that lawnmower, and you might have to, if you get really big, you might need a truck or a trailer. So you're going to have to do some investment. And any type of legitimate business, online business that you're going to start, you need to expect that you're going to have to pay something. You're going to have some overhead. But, a lot of people think, well, I can't afford this. I can't afford this. So here's the deal. Most online businesses or network marketing businesses that I'm aware of cost very little to get started. It might be $50 to get started, or maybe $50 for an auto ship, or it might be $100. But think of the lawnmower example. You invest a little bit, and maybe it's monthly, in the prospect that a much greater amount of money is going to come back in revenue. But it takes that investment to get that revenue coming back in. And when you stop to think about it, $50 a month is not very much to run a business. And if $50 a month is all that you have, you could start with $50, and then you can, as you become more profitable, you can then expand and be able to invest more. And so your profits are going to be more when you do that. I heard a story, and it's not a story; it's a real thing. I've heard this, and it's real. And I would not advise you to do this because number one, your company may not want you to do this, and it might even be illegal. I don't know. But I'm just going to give you an example of some guys that thought outside the box when they couldn't afford, to do the business. They were from a developing country, overseas, and the people there didn't have any money. They didn't have a lot of money. There $100, that might be a month's paycheck for them, or maybe several months. So they just didn't have a lot of money. And so this guy, he wanted to sell vitamin supplements. Now the vitamin supplements were like $50 for a month's supply. And the people in this developing nation, they can't afford that kind of money for a bottle of vitamins or supplements, $50 when they might make $100 a month. And so a person might think, well, I can't build a business like that then because people are not going to be able to afford my product. They can't buy it, so I might as well not even start. But here's what the guy did. He gathered up enough money where he could buy one bottle. He bought one bottle of vitamins, and then he took that bottle and he divided the pills out, into like little smaller quantities. Maybe there was 3 or 4 or 5 or 6, and he sold them that way. He didn't sell one bottle of vitamins for $50. he sold maybe 4 or 5 pills for, whatever the amount was, maybe $5 or something that the people could afford. And he did that, and he slowly built up to his profit. And when he sold that bottle of vitamins to, it could have been like 10, 15, 20 different customers. But when he sold all those vitamins out of that one bottle, then with that profit, he was able to buy another bottle. And then he just, as his profits developed, he got to where he could then sell a bottle and several bottles at a time. And so the idea I'm trying to get across here is, like I said, I don't condone that. That's probably not what your company wants you to do, and so I don't suggest you do that. But the idea is to think outside the box and get a little creative about how you might market something that people might think is too expensive. There's ways that you can do it. There's ways that you can make it easier for them. I was just, for example, here's another way to think about it. I have a particular business where I teach people how to do online marketing, and it's an educational thing. And to get in, it's like $50 a month, every month, and that gives you all the education that you need. It gives you everything you need to build a 6-figure income. But a lot of people can't afford, well, they say I can't afford $50 a month. And so here's the deal. If you break that down, that's less than $2 a day. And in the United States and in America, there's not a lot of people who can't find $2 a day if it's something that's important to them, right? I mean, we already spend money on cell phones. We spend money on cell phone service. We spend money on Starbucks. We spend money on a whole bunch of places and things. So if you really want the business, if you really want to start a business, you can probably find $2 a day somewhere, right? And then once you get that $2 a day, you can then build that up. You can start your business, and maybe the first month you might sell, 1 unit of something, and you take that profit and you reinvest it in your business, and you start to grow, and you get to that point where that $50 a month has turned into a 6-figure income. But you started with $50 a month, which is less than $2 a day. Can you find $2 a day? I bet you could. Think about this. Suppose someone came up to you and they had this $40,000 car. I don't care what kind of car it was. You pick. It could be probably not a Porsche. I don't know how much they cost, but a car, $40,000. It's a pretty nice car. I mean, you can't afford it, right? That's just too much money. But what if someone offered you that $40,000 car, and they offered that $40,000 car to you for $300? And you think you could find $300 even if you were broke and poor? If you could get a $40,000 car for $300, you would find that $300. I bet you'd find some way to do it if the value was there. If it's something that's important to you, and you felt like you really wanted to do it, you would find that $300 to buy that $40,000 car. So take that perspective and put it toward owning your own business or starting your own business. If it's something that's really valuable to you, then the $50 a month or whatever it is, it varies depending on the company. But whatever it is, $50 a month, $100 a month, some of them you can actually get in for like 10 or something. You can, if it's something that's important to you, if it's something that you value, you can find that money to get started. And that's all you need, is just to get started. Because once you get started, you start small, and maybe your profit for the first month is only a couple bucks. But you take that couple bucks and you just keep doing the same thing over and over again, and it starts to grow. And in time, that $50 a month turns into 6-figure income. I know personally a lot of people personally that have done that using the program that I use. And like I said, I'm just using that as an example. It's $50 a month. For $50 a month, you can start an online business. You can teach people how to start online businesses, and we give you all the instruction. We give you everything you need to do that. You can turn $50 a month into hundreds of dollars a month in profit, into thousands of dollars a month, into multi-thousands of dollars a month, because I'm seeing it being done. I'm seeing it being done every week. And so you can't tell me that it doesn't work, right? You start small, and it doesn't matter what business you start with. If you already have a business and you're trying to get people to buy your product, get them to see the value in it, and get them to see that that the small amount that they're paying is worth it. And if they can see the value in it, they will buy it. They will buy that $40,000 car for $300 if they get the chance. And that's what you have to do. And that's the way you need to think, that you're investing a little bit now to get something better, much better, in return. I hope that makes sense. Like I said, if you're thinking about starting a business and you have no idea where you want to begin, you can, like, I have this education business where we teach people. Well, I can teach you how to teach people, and you can start for $50 a month. And you can, like I said, I know people every week that are bringing in multi-six-figure dollars from that $50 a month start, and I can help you get started with that. I hope this was beneficial to you. I would love it if you're watching the replay on this, if you would just drop in the comments down there where you're watching from. I get people from Australia sometimes. That's kind of exciting. So if you're from where you're at in the United States, tell me what state you're from. If you're from overseas, tell me where you're at, because I just enjoy that. And if you have some comments about product being too expensive, or the business being too much to get started with, you can't afford it, let's start a conversation, and we'll just talk that through. Again, my name is Roger Cox, and I hope you have a good evening. Thanks for listening. Bye.